Do you think that they got charged quickly because of the fact that they were upfront, honest, and said, yeah, they almost pled guilty to what they'd done? Whereas obviously there's a few other clubs now in the running with like those sort of things.
That is what you mean.
Yeah,
they were open with the investigation. They helped. They unlocked the doors and they gave all the documents they needed.
And they only had one as well, which is a difference.
Yeah, they had the one charge. I mean, it does seem really harsh just for being like, what? They lost £20 million more than they should have done over
and apparently
a period
the money was
years,
spent.
Right?
The money was spent on the ground, not on players, is what I'm hearing as well. Like
it's
actually spent on ground improvements.
It's overall club profitability, I think, is the thing. So it's everything involved with the club, which would be all income, all outgoings.
Yeah,
and they lost 20 million more than they were allowed to.
It's a mad charge. I don't even think you can say that Everton cheated. They didn't cheat. I don't think that's cheating. And the fact that they're trying to get, and now there's 3 clubs that are trying to sue them is a bit crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit nuts.
Who are the clubs are suing them? The ones that got relegated the season?
No, the thing is because Burnley, Leicester, Burnley, and Leeds.
4? I thought Southampton were as well.
No, just Leicester, Burnley, and Leeds apparently. Unless Southampton have done it recently, but this is obviously like when Sheffield United sued West Ham for having Tevez, isn't it?
Yeah. It's wild.
And I think this is another reason why let's name names. I think there's another reason why City and Chelsea aren't getting pressed, because the fallout from Everton's one charge is 3 clubs trying to sue them. So City get pressed for 115 charges. What's that times 3? 445 different teams. Obviously not, but like
non-stop.
It's not just the teams that we've stolen titles from. Every team that finished 5th that missed out on Champions League. Every team that finished 7th that missed out on Europa League. Every team that the fallout would go on for decades. It would never be. It's going to be so. It's easy for the Premier League just to go. Because I'm not. I
wouldn't want a Premier League trophy that we missed out on, because
I'm not stupid. I know City. I don't think 115 charges is right, but I know I'm not stupid. I know we've obviously been up to no good at some point,
and you're not helping with the investigation. Personally, you Sam, you are not helping the investigation.
Yeah, you're not helping at all, mate.
The club aren't either.
You've got a hell of a big filing cabinet in your house. You're not letting them have access to.
It's in the bar.
Where did you move house?
So it'll be a huge.
It'll be years yet, won't it?
Yeah, of course.
Until it all comes out.
Of course it will.
Yeah.
But it's just the game now is just all about money. It's not about football. It's just like VAR. Like you involve one piece of technology, people will ask for more, like to scrutinize and to get like the most correct decision. It will be like the same thing with this money. Like everything will have to come out now.
It's obviously corrupt. I feel like that's the one thing that came out of the England games. Maybe specifically more on. Actually, probably in both games. We should have had a penalty against Malta, a clear foul on Kane, and then how Maguire was not given a penalty for the tackle against Macedonia.
Oh my god, yeah.
How could you? And then the penalty against Rico Lewis. All these decisions that I don't feel like any. By the way, let's talk about the ref, England Macedonia. He was like the fucking Mike Dean of Slovakia. He was like ballet shoes on. He was like all the attention, like fucking weird. Anyway, off on a tangent. VAR, no one can be that shit. There's obviously got to be money going weird ways, aren't there?
I don't know, because who does it benefit? Like,
well, everyone gets the money.
They could just be shit refs. Like, I think
that's probably more. Again.
That's probably more the case rather than like backhanders and all that. Like,
well, they're mates with all the Sky pundits, aren't they? A lot of the referees come onto Carragher and Neville's show or their podcasts, so that's why they never openly blame them. And it just seems like it's the top 6 against everyone else. Arteta's making an example of Arteta, but the Brighton manager, he said he hates 80% of the English refs. Just got a warning today or yesterday. Just gets a little slap on the wrist. Surely that's worse than saying it's I can't remember what Arteta said yet, but it's not as bad as I hate 80% of the refs here.
Well, no one knows who the 80% are, because they're all just like, no one's getting offended.
No
Ashley,
way.
you're on
Ash.
mute.
Sorry,
That's crazy.
I'm not specifying the referee's done a specific job, but anyway, yeah. I think it should be allowed to criticize. Why can't you criticize refs? I just think it's so bad. It's so bad.
It's got soft, isn't it? The interviews that like Clough used to come out. Some of the interviews I've seen from Clough back in the day when he was Forest manager. Fuck me, he was ripping into refs, and I don't think they used to even have fines for that back then. It was so funny. And like Neil Warnock when he was at Sheffield United back in the thousands, he didn't get fines. We maybe did, but not like for things that people are saying these days. It's a disgrace you didn't give us a penalty. It's not like they've insulted your family, is it? I don't know. It's just it is a bit soft, isn't it?
The ultimate conspiracy could be like they're protecting the refs because they are match fixing, and every season they have like a pre-aligned decision of who is going to finish where, because they also have relationships with the owners of the football teams and where that money goes into oil or to fund
it's
wars.
one big Truman Show, isn't it? It's like
It's
all behind the scenes.
It's got a tinfoil hat on.
No, but like the main, like Arteta was annoyed about what the Newcastle game, right? The Newcastle decision. I don't see anything. I personally saw nothing wrong with the decision the refs made on that game.
You don't think Bruno?
It was a foul. It was a foul, man.
No, Gabriel was already halfway down to the ground.
Like,
that's a red.
It's like the back of his on his
Oh
head.
no, the elbow. Oh, sorry. I thought. No, I'm talking about
he
the
can
goal.
have concussion from that.
No,
and then
Joel Linton made a foul for the penalty.
They released the audio, and he was like,
the elbow was, but
who
was it? Was it Havertz that fucking
Havertz should have been a red.
Should have been a red as well.
The goal, like whatever.
The goal was fine.
Ramirez shouldn't even been on.
The goal wasn't fine.
The goal was absolutely fine.
Joel Linton made the foul. The ball wasn't outplayed. It wasn't offside, but it was a foul.
The thing was, it's not a clear foul.
Put
so you stick to the on-field decision. No, he didn't. He had hands on the back. It wasn't.
Then again, Maguire did the same thing against Macedonia. So
yeah, no consistency at all.
That's probably more the issue, the consistency. But
other refs.
Everyone's human, aren't they? Like,
get the robots in.
Exactly,
they're human. Just get the robots in.
Yeah, that'd be great. Fucking robots.
Can't argue with them. Can't criticize the robots.
How would you even decide that? You'd have to have pressure pads all over the player, so you knew how much pressure was engaged on the player, so that then you could quantify whether they were actually fouled.
They call the players chipped.
Yeah,
De Zerbi only likes 8% of the robots. He doesn't. He's only doesn't like 20%.
No. I mean, we started on the charges and punishments for Everton, whether it's fair or not. Do you think City and Chelsea will get punished at all? And if so, what punishment do you think it would be?
Yes, and point deduction. I think all this chat, people love to wind City fans up on Twitter, and it does work on me a little bit. But all this relegation to League Two and nonsense, like, why would it be League Two? If you're going to give us a 10-point deduction for every charge, we'll be 1,150 points down, and we'll be probably relegated about 17 leagues. So why suddenly League Two? I don't know, but I feel like I think 30-point deduction is what's being spoken about. And I think that's actually fair, and I would.
I don't think it's fair.
That's not fair at all. Really,
no,
that's not fair.
No, did I say fair? I didn't mean that. I meant I'd take it, as in I'd bite their hands off.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because
30-point
deduction to City still means you finishing in a Europa League spot.
Yeah, exactly. We win the season. We win the season after. Yeah. So,
I think.
But you boys can't. The thing is, you lads can't sit there and go, "That isn't fair," because you don't even know what the charges are and what we've done.
No, I don't. No. Well, I'm not reading through 118 charges. Jesus Christ, I'm not reading.
Only 150, Liam.
Come on, mate.
Sorry. I chucked 3.
Liam knows man over 3. That's the thing.
Yeah. I got secret information, mate.
Thing is,
sources.
I know it's not very likely, but it could just be out there that City did nothing. I know that's not the case, but it could be.
It'll probably be more of a case.
Why hasn't that come out then? If they're innocent, surely that should come out quite easily.
Well, we haven't been.
They're going to have
and you're not
going to have great lawyers
either.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
They're going to have great lawyers, and what's going to happen is they'll probably write off 40 or 50 charges, get charged for 50 or 60, and then there'll be a decision made as to what the punishment will be.
You'll get that woman from Making a Murderer. She was awesome.
Yeah.
The blood spray went this way. It's like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's blood related, but hey, you might have killed someone
Jesus
as well.
Christ, we're not
One of
killing
those
people,
charges
yeah.
could be death.
Zelna, yeah.
Everton
So,
tried
yeah,
to
I-
sign, Everton tried to sign our lawyers on loan. We said no.
Yeah.
I
feel
reckon-
like yeah. So go on, Liam. What do you think?
I reckon it will be. You'll be lucky if you're still in the Premier League. I don't
This is
think it'll be
all just-
relegation to. Yeah, I don't think it'll be relegation to League Two or anything crazy like that. But I reckon you might get dropped to League.
Here's a
What I
question:
think- Go on.
If City and Chelsea, you can go each team. If City and Chelsea went down, or one of them, do you think there'd be any player that would stay?
Academy. Like,
Well, Chelsea are going to be pretty
Chelsea,
locked
yeah.
in. Chelsea are going to be stuck
Sure,
because
yeah.
of the contracts they've got. So they aren't going to be able to sell people very easily. Like you're not going to be able to sell Mudryk for what you want, or you're
Yeah, but
going to have to let
contracts.
him go.
Every player's got a contract, haven't they? I mean,
Yeah, I know,
they can
but you'll
fight
have
their way out of
to.
it.
They'll have to let him go almost for free so that other clubs could afford him because he's not exactly an amazing player. Like he's good. Don't get me wrong, but
I was just
who's
thinking
going
about
to
it from
pay?
a City
Who's going
point
to
of
pay
view.
him 200 grand a week?
I wonder if top side teams
And
put
he's got
clauses
that for
in their
7 years.
contract about if we get
Arsenal take
relegated,
Mudryk.
this happens.
What's that?
I
Chris,
wonder
what'd
if
you say?
big teams in their contracts put clauses in players about relegation. What happens to your contract if we get relegated?
Normally there'll be a relegation
Yeah,
and
I
release
would have thought
clause
so.
if you're
Yeah.
Everyone, yeah.
possibly, but I don't know whether
Not with the big teams, I don't think.
I
Surely.
don't know whether City and Chelsea would have
Imagine
thought
if
of that because you're not going to be really thought about us going down, right?
So who would stay at
So
City?
I reckon lawyers would be all over that shit, though. Surely,
I don't know who would stay at City. Maybe some of the players would because they'd see potential like Rico Lewis, players like that.
He stays. A lot will stay.
Like, but I reckon some players will stay at City because they'll see. Well, we're going to be out of the Championship.
I like to
next year
think. I like to think
anyway.
Kevin
You'll
De
be in
Bruyne.
the Championship for a year.
Yeah.
If Chelsea
Be
go
hated by
down,
the
though,
fans. Whoever leaves
wait
will be
and see it.
hated.
if Chelsea go down, Chelsea will be in a lot worse. If you both go down, Chelsea will be in a lot worse trouble than you will because they're going
I
to
don't
have
think
to
they come
find.
back up.
No, I don't think they will. I
True.
think they'd end up in administration
Oh,
because they'll have so many players on such high wages for the period they've signed.
God,
them
they'd be,
for.
yeah, they'd
And
really shot themselves in the foot, wouldn't they?
who's going to be signing those young talents that won't ever match that value? Like
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. Well, let's just. It could be like you said. It'll be forever.
but it's
yeah.
very that'll be in 10 years' time.
Yeah. Rico Lewis
gonna be-
retired.